Hey, what's up, guys? So in this video, I'm going to tell you a crazy jail story about a time where I was able to get this really good job in the jail that was in the laundry room. Not only was I able to get the job, but I was able to convince one of the guards to let me pick 4 people to work with me, my friends, of course, and to give us a radio to have in there, which was a huge thing because there were no radios or Walkmans in the entire jail. So this really helped me pass my days and time a lot better and quicker, having those things to do. So there were a couple different ways that I was able to make money through this laundry room. Okay, so we were basically in this room by ourselves for the day, each work day, and the guards would come and just check on us here and there occasionally and randomly. Basically, there were like 10 units in the jail. Each unit has an upper and lower tier, also separated, and every unit would send their laundry down on a different day. So, 2 units a day is what we would get complete. They send them down in carts that the guards usually go get with one of the inmates that was in the laundry room with me. So the people who wanted their clothes to be washed separately had that option for a price of 3 items. 3 items are basically anything off of the commissary that's worth $1. A pack of tuna. It could be a bunch of soups. It could be, a coffee, whatever. Stamps is a lot of people trade with stamps. So for 3 items, $3, you get your clothes washed separately, and you'll have it folded and returned to you in your laundry bag like that. For 1 item, you would have your clothes washed with everybody else's, but instead of just thrown in and all wrinkled up, it'll be folded. All right. So these were the options that the people had, and a lot of people utilized this service because they wanted their stuff washed separately. I never would wash my stuff with everybody else's. You can imagine how disgusting it is. But it was a good thing for us, because we were all able to make good money. I took care of all those guys that worked with me very well. So that was one of the ways that we made money. Another one of the ways was that there were times occasionally, like once a week, where the guards would have us remove garbage, okay, and take it to this loading dock. Now here they were always watching us because it's an actual big garage door that could open and be right into the outside of the jail. So the door was never opened while we were there. But they had a huge trash compactor, right, that you threw all the stuff in, and they pushed the button and crushed it all. It had like a downward ramp and like a little depressed area, like a drop of like, let's say 7 feet, 8 feet. It was a drop you go into, very small, probably like 6 feet long, like the size of a coffin. And they push the button and it crushes everything and pushes it out of the building through there, right? So these guys the cops used to always smoke cigarettes and stand by that dock and throw their cigarettes into that hole right there, okay? So this was a crazy thing. Anytime one of the guards would turn their back just for 1 second and we had a window of opportunity, one of us would actually jump in there into the trash compactor and scoop up all of the cigarette butts that were there and take them back to the unit with us, unroll them, and then re-roll, little cigarettes from them. And each one of those little cigarettes was thin as hell, and we'd sell those for 10 items each. So you'd be surprised how many cigarette butts there are and how many, we could re-roll, because obviously we re-roll them much thinner, using much less tobacco than a regular cigarette. The crazy part about this was so dangerous. I remember the first time I did it, I'm thinking to myself, man, what the fuck am I doing? I'm about to jump into this fucking hole. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to climb back out that first time. I had no idea what was going to happen. And if at any moment one of these guards just turns around and pushes that button, I'm fucking dead, crushed in there. I have no way out. But we decided that the risk was worth it. And with one of us always looking out for that guard, making sure he's not going to push that button, we always had a couple seconds of opportunity to get out, if we needed to. And luckily, no one ever died. Believe it or not, for the most part, I would end up doing it more so than the other dudes because I was afraid that one of them would fuck up and slip and not climb out, or something would happen and they would die. So I just realized that I was more calm under those extreme pressures and more physically capable. So I would do it a lot of times. And we made a lot of money off of that one thing. So, it was actually a good job, and as crazy as it sounds, it sounds like it was fun. It was fun to me in some sense because I had my friends around me. I had people that I liked around me working with me all day, and we had that music. Another funny thing that happened one time was, there's a female unit also, and the female unit, the guards would never allow any inmate to go in there to get the laundry. They would go in themselves, or the guard from inside the unit would take the big cart and push it out into the hallway, and then we pick it up from there. But one time something happened. There was like a code or something, and one of the guards told me, he said, Hollywood, you go get the carts from the female unit. So, they trusted me at some point to do that. So I went down to the female unit, went through the first door, they buzzed me through the second door, and as soon as I walked in, I couldn't believe what the fuck happened. All of these females started fucking screaming and running towards me from the ground floor and from the second floor tier, screaming like fucking savages, like they were gonna fucking rape me in there. And I remember the guard screaming at me saying, Hollywood, get the fuck out of this unit. What the fuck are you doing here? Don't ever come back into this unit again. And pushed me out and slammed the door behind me. But I just thought it was funny because I'd never seen women act like that, but I guess they're all in jail. Who knows how long they've been there for? But it was just crazy, and that was the only time I ever walked into a female's unit throughout all my jail time. But yeah, that was it. Basically, once we collected all our money from the work day, what was left was for us to smuggle it back now to the units, because you could imagine all these people sending stuff in their laundry bags. And, that's how they sent the stuff. I didn't explain it earlier. The ones that wanted something done for us, each person had a mesh laundry bag. They would either mark their bag with marker or with a piece of material, like a piece of the t-shirt they'd rip, a piece of the mattress, and they'd tie a string around it. Sometimes they'd include a note inside the bag instead, so we knew what to do. But that's how we knew which bags to separate and, handle different than the rest, and didn't go in with everyone else's. So getting the stuff back now, you can imagine how much stuff we accumulate per day was a big risk also, because we get searched on the way back. The guards also searched the carts that we're pushing back into our own unit. That's how we got them back. So if I'm in one unit, when my unit's laundry goes back, that's when we smuggle my stuff to take me back, to take into my unit where I am. And one of the ways that we did it, sometimes depending on the guard, we just put it in the laundry bags, pile them all on top, and just mix it in and cover it with clothes and stuff and hope it goes through. They'd usually stick a stick in there or just move them around a little bit, but that worked a lot of the times. Other times, we would actually strap it to the bottom of the cart. The carts were real heavy also, so they weren't really flipping them over, but they had this stick with a mirror at the end that they're supposed to use every time and check underneath the carts. A lot of guards we knew from the different shifts didn't do that. So when they were on, we would just tape all the shit onto the bottom. And I remember every time I'm pushing this cart back, trying to look as innocent as possible, I'm thinking, man, if they find that shit on the bottom, I'm fucked. I'm going to lose all my stuff, and I'm going to be in lockup for a month. I'm never going to be able to get a job like this again. It's not going to be good for me. So, everything went smooth, though. I never had an issue. I probably had that job for a couple months, and that was it. But I thought it was an interesting story that some of you guys might find funny. So I'll talk to you next time, and I hope you appreciate the video and enjoyed it. Thanks.